comments or anything specifically that he said?
Sure.
Every time that comes up, his office is like, do they have any proof? Do they have any, is there anything on the record?
Sure. Well, you can ask Rob when he says, do they have any proof? Point to him that in the Plain Dealer, September 9, 2010, Kasich spokesperson Rob Nichols declined to say whether Kasich supported the GM bailout. On Fox, Kasich said Americans would not support the auto bailout. December 19, 2008, quote, if they're not going to be viable, quote, we shouldn't throw good money after bad. On the stunt, former Congressman Kasich criticized the auto bailout, quote, so we don't trust the politicians, then we find out there's a bunch of them in Washington hatching up schemes. They're going to run an automobile company. They're going to tell us which doctor to go to. That's from August 29, 2009. Kasich suggested he opposed bailing out the auto industry at a Westchester Tea Party September 5, 2009 during a speech when he says, what's happening is there's a handful of people who've taken control of things for too long, who are now trying to be in a position to run our lives, to run automobile companies. They want to tell us about our medical care. They want to, and they're bankrupting our children. It is clear, the rhetoric that then Congressman and candidate Kasich used, it's clear now, as recently as September 9th, that Rob Nichols and others knew what the then Congressman was up to. If he is supportive of those loans that were extended by the American people on behalf of the families across this country, if he's supportive of the President and Senator Brown's leadership on this issue, then he should thank President Obama and Senator Brown. He should show the courage of his convictions and stand up and thank Marcy Kaptur and Betty Sutton. He should thank Democratic members of the congressional delegation for their leadership in saving the American automobile industry. It's a very simple question to be asked. It's a very simple answer. Did you support the short-term loans the President extended to the American automobile industry on behalf of America's families? The answer is yes, or it is no. And thus far, we can piece together through the quotes that we've assembled that clearly in the past, that answer was no.
Mr. Chairman, the governor is taking his State of State speech into Democratic territory, into an area that was hit pretty hard by the economy. Are you presenting us this information because you think his speech will take issue with Democrats being responsible for some of the economic downturn in that?
No, I suspect we literally won't know what Governor Kasich will say until the words come out of his mouth. He does not provide written remarks. He speaks ad lib. He'll wander about a podium and he'll say things and collect a number of words into sentences, and that'll be a state of the state. I will tell you this, that these facts speak for themselves. If you look at the day that President Obama was sworn into office and the days that came, the economy improved with the policies the President and leaders like Senator Brown and the Democrats in Congress supported. It's quite clear. The economy was bleeding 750,000 jobs per month. President Obama takes office, and we have seen steadily, we've seen improvement. 60% increase in Wall Street, in the Dow Jones. We've seen NASDAQ at an all-time 11-year high. We've seen growth, incremental growth, as well as long-term growth in all sectors of the economy. And here in Ohio, the President's leadership, specifically to American manufacturing jobs, residents in places like Youngstown and Toledo and Defiance and Parma. We will give credit to Governor Kasich for the things that he has done. We expect him to give us credit for the things that we have done. For instance, I give Governor Kasich full credit for stripping away billions of dollars in important supports for public education. I give Governor Kasich credit for standing up and supporting tax cuts for millionaires while pressing local townships to increase taxes to offset the loss of the estate tax. I give Governor Kasich a great deal of credit for privatizing prisons and rewarding wardens with huge pay increases at the same time eliminating jobs for rank-and-file blue-collar families who live in places like Circleville, Chillicothe, Lima, and Grafton. I give Governor Kasich credit for looking the other way while Lake Erie continues to struggle and standing up for privatization of the Department of Development, which has, according to all statistics, has not generated the kind of return that Governor Kasich promised during the campaign. Fact of the matter is that Governor Kasich's record over the course of the last year has been woeful and pitiful. And he may try to escape to Steubenville and avoid the prying eyes of the statewide media and those who want to ask the questions. He may try to give you an extended speech with little in the way of nouns, adverbs, subjects, and predicates. But at the end of the day, we'll ask the tough questions and we'll demand the tough answers.
Chris, you're